Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland with a new layout to share using the Here and There collection by Simple Stories. I need to start off by saying that I lost a lot of footage for this video. Unfortunately, for some reason the camera turned itself off. I have no idea why. It does happen occasionally, but it's rare, but unfortunately it happened on this occasion. So we miss out most of the layout in this video, but you can see me starting off. I've got a white background and then I've got this fabulous black background with the crosses all over it. Sorry, the lighting's not great. I'm making this at night. I've just trimmed that down to about 10 inches square, or 10.5 inches square, distressed the edges, folded them up a bit, and then stuck that onto my white background. I have two photos to use, which I mount onto some pattern paper from the Here and There collection, and I get those in place. And then I've got my Adventures Await title, which I think is from the page pieces. So I was thinking about doing this corner design to start off with. These are the offcuts from the black paper for my background, but in the end I decided to go horizontal across the bottom. So I've got these two strips that I'm placing across the bottom of the layout, and they are going to be kind of shelves to hold the rest of my layout. The footage is going to cut out in a minute, and we will not have much more, and we will fast forward very quickly to my completed layout. So sorry about that, but I've filmed a bit at the end where you can see the layout in a bit more detail once it's complete. But you can see that this is how I'm trying to put things together. I say really toyed with the corner design, but actually decided that a horizontal design along the bottom edge of the layout would work really well. The words Adventures Await, the title from the page pieces, looks really good against the black background and doesn't look so good against the floral strips. So that's why I ended up as I did. I've got my two photos on the left hand side, title over on the right hand side, and the two strips in place acting as shelves, and that works so well. There we go. I'm really happy. That's the basic part of my layout. The basic shape is there, and then I just have to add all of the extra bits and pieces around it. It's the fun part, I think. So I find this part the hardest part of the layout, deciding on a basic design. But once I've got that basic design in place, then and all the main elements stuck down, so photos and title basically, then I can just go and embellish to my heart's content, which is the part that I love the most about scrapbooking. So just doing that now, pulling all of I've raised that Adventures Await up on foam pads. I actually haven't mounted my photos yet, but we'll do that in a moment, or I don't know if I do that on camera. It might be a bit that got missed, but they're just journaling cards from the 3x4 cut apart sheet, and I've used the other side of those, there they are, to mount those photos. They're the perfect size for the photo size that I tend to use the most. So just mounting those, and they're going to distress the edges of those as well, and then I say my photo will get stuck in place, and then that is the bare basics of my layout done. Those two strips, photos in place, titles in place, job done. Now I just need to add embellishments, and this is the part where we don't get much further, unfortunately, because I lose the whole next part of the layout. It's very, very unfortunate. I pressed play and then it filmed for 5 seconds and turned off, and I to this day have no idea why. Sometimes it could be storage full, but that was fine. Sometimes it could be because there was a phone call come through, but again there weren't any, so I really have no explanation for what happened. It's just one of those things. But what I do, you can see I'm there just going through the ephemera pack, the bits and pieces, and pulling out things that I think will work for this layout. This is not really a travel layout, it's an exploring layout. Me and my little boy went on a big adventure, walking around Lanzarote trying to find different things. Right, so here we go. Skip forward to the completed layout. I created a cluster at the top by using one of the strips, the border strips from the Cardstock Stickers. I've written my journaling all around the outside edge of the layout itself. You can see that I've got chipboard pieces, I've got ephemera pieces, I've got foam pieces. I've also added in that map, which was lovely because we were out exploring. I've got enamel dots, I've got decorative brads, which are one of my favorite things to use. I've got lots of stickers, I've got chipboard stickers and cardstock stickers and everything really, and then I finished off with a few splatters of white paint. So I'm very, very sorry that we missed most of me doing that, but at least you have you have at least got something. So it was either that or nothing. So thank you so very much for joining me today. Do check out the Here and There collection by Simple Stories. It really is lovely and wonderful to work with. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland for Simple Stories using the Here and There collection.